What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Gotti on the Gotti's World podcast, and today is a very, very special day. All right, I got a beautiful emphasis on beautiful young lady in here. She has her own beauty bar, which is called Be.You.Tiful Beauty Bar, right?
Yep.
All right. And when I actually reached out to this young lady, instant reply back. She was cool. She was down with it. I'm glad to have you here, Miss Parris FitzPatrick. How you doing?
I'm great, and yourself?
All right. Well, you smiling hard. I'm glad.
Always smiling.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That means life is good then.
Absolutely.
That's what I like to hear. Now, I got put on to you not only because I know your husband, but I did my research, and you have a one-stop shop.
Yes.
Like, you created, as I can say, a woman's dream
in one place.
Yes.
Yes.
And I feel like that's amazing. So I had to get you on here just to talk about that, find out who you are, and just how you grew up and just things like that.
Okay.
So we're gonna get to know you. We're gonna go all the way to the past, and we're gonna come to the future. Okay. All right. So I just want to know how we're gonna start off is, where did you grow up?
I was between both the city and the suburbs, so between like Inglewood and Riverdale. So I ended up graduating in the city, but I still had some schooling in the suburbs too.
Okay.
So I was back and forth.
So you kind of got the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
So you got the city, got to see a lot, and then the suburbs, you probably got to see a lot, but it was still like, you still had grass and shit, right?
Yeah, we had grass. Until everybody started moving out that way too.
Right.
Yeah, but
right.
We had
This
grass.
shit got crazy. Exactly. Yep. Okay. Now, tell me, growing up, how was it in your household as little Parris? How were you?
I was a demon child.
Wow, a demon child.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah.
What you mean? You gotta explain that.
I was always troubled. I was always into something. Like stayed in trouble, but grades stayed good. Like it was never a problem with school, but outside of school, I was always fighting. I was always just into something.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I had a lot of idle time. My mom worked 2 jobs, and then it was my older brother that was watching me. So, and then he was kind of, trying to be a big brother and, be in the streets and, help, my mom or whatever. So right. I was kind of just like.
What about your father?
My father was in and out of town because he did trucks.
Okay.
So me and him didn't build a relationship maybe until like my high school years. And then we became very close as an adult. And then I just lost him maybe about 3 years ago.
Sorry to hear that. How would you describe your parents' relationship? Their relationship to, if they wasn't together, then how they co-parented?
They were very good co-parenting. My mom and him, anytime they seen each other, especially as I became an adult, they had to see each other because I was having events.
Right.
They were cordial. They were laughing. He'll call her baby mama. She'll call him baby daddy.
Kept it cool. Kept it neutral. Kept it funny.
Yeah. So they had I would say a very great cordial relationship between one another up until his death. Okay.
Now, did either one of them have, were they kind of entrepreneurs in their own right?
Absolutely not.
So where would you say that you learned this entrepreneurial spirit from?
My own drive. I just knew that working for someone else all my life wasn't it. It was never, and I've always had great jobs, great paying jobs in corporate America, but it just wasn't enough for me. Like I always hustle. Even outside my job, I always hustle with something.
Okay.
So it was just driven. I just had to really find my passion and what was for me to keep it going. But I've tried different entrepreneurial avenues, but this was the one that just
Just the
took
one that
off.
stuck.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm gonna dig into your past just a little bit. What was some of the things you were hustling? What? Don't tell me you was the bag lady or the shoe girl that was selling purses and shit out the trunk.
No, I never sold nothing. Not. I did like I was selling iPads, iPads, phones, all type of stuff. Because I worked for the cell phone industry for the past 13 years.
Okay.
So I come across different things. I also sold hair for
That's
a
big
while.
business.
Yeah,
That's big business. What made you jump out of that?
Because I'm not a cosmetologist. I don't do hair. I wasn't interested in. I was more interested in what I wanted to do, which was more skincare. Anything revolving around skincare. So I still have some clients. They be like, "Hey, can I get some hair?" Because they were the quality was still great. So I'll do it for them, but that's not something I promote.
Okay. Let's get into the business. Let's get into the business.
Okay.
The $1 million business that you done came up with. I feel like you're a genius. Like I said, I feel like you're a fucking genius because where can you find everything in one place at this time? Now, like you can't really find that nowhere.
No.
So for you to come up and create that and be a black woman to do that, that speaks volume. You know what I mean? That speaks a lot of volume. So what made you name it the Be.You.Tiful Beauty Bar? Where did that come from?
So my thing is always telling people to be themselves. Like I hate when people try to betray to be somebody they're not. Me and my husband was laying in the bed, and I was just thinking of names, and I was like, what is something that I go by that can mix in or whatever. So I just started Googling. He'll tell you days in, days out. I'm talking about late. He'll look like, who you texting? I'm like, I'm researching. And so I started.
He was on your ass. He better be. Because I do the same shit. With my wife, I do the same. Who you text? I do the same thing. Don't worry about it.
So
it's a man thing.
I was just like, oh, well, I started Googling things, and I don't know what. I can't tell you the exact thing. A light bulb just popped up, and Be.You popped up, and then Be.You.Tiful popped up, and I was like, I started Googling that. I started seeing if it was anybody in the area that was using it, that was big or anything like that, and I went from there. And then I kind of kept it where it went in line with my products too.
Okay.
So I just wanted it. Yeah.
And everything just flowed and shit made
together.
sense.
Yep.
Why the beauty bar? Why?
So I know personally for me, I don't like going to different places. I wanted to create a salon that had a beauty bar that had almost everything except hair, at this time. But I just wanted a one-stop shop for everything. But I didn't want to be the one to do everything. I wanted to give the opportunity for other people to eat too. So that's when I'm like, oh, I can branch out, look for this type of person that does this type of person that does this,
right? And
we can bring it all together.
Tell me exactly what's in the beauty bar.
So currently we have facials, waxing. We have a nail tech on board that does nails and pedicures, because we know a lot of black nail techs don't do pedicures. We have a lash tech. We have the V-Steam room, which is where they detox. We offer vajacials, makeup. We have a makeup station. So just about everything. We're working on the laser removal machine. We're working on bleaching, just a couple of things to kind of add to the menu. But we have, if you were to go on the website, the booking website, we have a list of tons of
Everything.
things. Yeah,
I don't even
right
know where
now.
to start when I was on there. I'm just like, damn, okay. Personal question
Okay.
for me. Can you get me in for a facial?
I got you.
You got me?
I got you.
It's on record now.
I got you.
Because my shit, I don't know.
Now, don't get the crying when it comes to the extractions and the little tear fall, because all the men tear fall when I do the extractions and they can't take it.
Did your husband cry?
Yes.
I'ma hold his ass to it. I'm on his head. He crying. He crying about a damn facial.
Yep, he was crying. He was crying.
Okay. Now, did you have to? What type of schooling did you have to go through for doing? Matter of fact, what do you specifically do?
So, well, I specifically do the facials, the waxing, radio frequency. What else? I'll be the one doing the laser, the high, not the high frequency, the bleaching, as well as I do chemical peels and stuff like that. So I do anything that does with skin, except I don't do the lashes, I don't do the makeup, and those are all things I learned, but I don't want to do it.
Exactly.
So you delegate it.
So what type of schooling did you have to go through? Was it a long stem of schooling? And
you have to do 750 hours.
Ooh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes. So it took me 10 months because I was still working full time. I was a manager for a cell phone company. So I was going part time. So it took me 10 months. I actually graduated on my birthday. But during that 10 months, that's when I built my brand. Like, that's when I put everything kind of like out there and started promoting it, because I didn't want to wait till I finished school or took the state board to then start. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't be where I am right now if I would have waited.
Same thing with me. Like, I'm in school. I'm in media school right now. So with me starting a podcast, and I started with audio, and I felt like niggas wasn't hearing me. They just wasn't listening. Niggas wasn't listening. So I feel like, what does people do? As we do, we like visual shit.
Yep.
We like to see certain things.
Yep.
So I had to get on camera.
Yep.
And I had to start bringing my guests on here so they can get seen as well as get their shit out there as well. I got a nice little follow. I ain't got that many followers as you, but
I ain't got it either.
but we gonna work together. That's the whole point of having me on here, or having you on here, and me just being me, and just, just networking, doing what we do.
It's all about.
Now, to start up the beauty bar, did you have to go all the way down into the piggy bank to, get started, to get everything moving with the promotion, the advertising, the building, from the workers, all that? How?
So when I first started, I started in the back of a beauty salon in a small room. It was like their storage room. It was all type of garbage and stuff back there.
Damn.
So the room wasn't even maybe 100 square feet. It was probably like 90 something square feet. I went in, I had hired a painter, paid him a lot of money to come in and revamp the room. So I pretty much, with my full-time job, I kind of cut back on a lot of things that I was doing to start investing into myself. So from machines are expensive, beds, pots, products, all those things were just adding up. But I would take because I would get bonus checks and stuff like that. Right. So I would take those checks every time I was getting paid. Of course, I would do the bills, and then I would start, pushing it towards the business.
How is it important? How important is it to take care of your skin? Because a lot of people, we just throw some lotion, and just move.
And just go.
Or we out in the sun cooking and we don't think none of it. We wipe our face with the hardest fucking towels and things like that, and it damages the skin. So tell me how, especially for ladies and men, how important is it to actually take care of your skin, and what type of treatment do you give?
So the skin is very important. It's the biggest organ on our body. So a facial is like needed monthly for anyone that doesn't have like problematic issues. But for someone that does have issues, I have them coming to see me, if not every week, every 2 weeks, to better their skin. But a lot of people don't know it's so much stuff that your skin is holding that once you get on my table and I get to pushing it out, you're like, oh my God, that all of that is in there. We as Black people are very uneducated when it comes to sunscreen, because we think, oh, we're not going to get sunburn and we're not going to get skin cancer and things like that.
That's me.
It's very important that we have sunscreen on, because the sun is still damaging us. Regardless, I know our melanin is kind of protecting us, but if you were to get under, it's a light that shows you how much sun damage a person has, and I can guarantee you 95% of us are sun damaged and doesn't even know.
Mine is probably 100 because I work in the sun.
Yeah,
like I'm 9-10 hours a day. I'm in the sun.
And you're supposed to apply
cooking slow
sunscreen every 2 hours.
And I don't.
And you don't
at all.
Yeah.
So I know I'm at to come see.
So you burn. Yeah.
God damn.
But it's not too late to start, because it hasn't aged you or anything right now. So you can start the preventive measures and think about the future. So you can start now. It's not too late.
Okay. So that means I'm spending a lot of money with you. That's what you're basically telling me. Okay. All right, that's fine. That's fine. I'm cool with that. What's the goal for your business? Like, do you see more buildings, like franchises and things like that you in different locations? Is that one of your goals or dreams?
Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, I started in the back of the salon. I just recently moved during COVID, signed a lease during COVID to 94th and Western. The ultimate goal is to open up a bigger space in the Beverly area, because overall I want still a beauty bar, but I want it to be a med spa too, where people, I'm teaming up with a nurse practitioner that will be able to give fillers, anything medical wise that would need the seek of. Yeah, so we're trying to go big, and then I want to go towards the Bolingbrook and Naperville area and kind of just spread us out, and hopefully I can end up in another state in the future.
Parris, you about to put a lot of Chinese people out of business, right?
I'm cool with that.
I knew I liked you for a reason. I knew I liked you for a reason. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, a Black woman, but not only are you a Black woman, you educated. Like, you educated in all this, because most people, they gonna start out with the lashes and things like that, because everybody is doing it. Matter of fact, does that piss you off that everybody is doing that?
So I ain't gonna say it pissed me off.
Lashes, makeup, and shit like that. Everybody feels like they do it.
Only thing that pisses me off is that it's a hustle for them. This is not a hustle for me. This is a passion for me. So there's a difference.
I get that.
So they're doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I love to do it, and the money follows. I don't have to chase the bag. The bag chases me at this point. So
talk your shit. Talk your shit, P. Talk your shit, P. Because I get it. I get that, because even with this podcast, you see a gang of podcasts. You know what I mean? And people just feel like they can just get a computer, get a mic, and just start talking. It's not that easy. Or you get on radio live and you just start talking with the ums, the ands. That shit ain't it. Everybody can get into that. So I know it's kind of like, it kind of burns you up, and I know where you coming from. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
And I noticed and this might be a little jab, but
Say it.
I noticed.
Ain't nobody gonna hear. Ain't nobody gonna listen.
When COVID happened and the clubs started shutting down and it started getting kind of slow. I started noticing like everybody started picking up the beauty, the nails, the lashes, or wanting to go to school, and it's like, I mean, do you? I'm
That's
not
cool.
ain't nobody.
Like that's cool. That's cute.
Yeah, that's cute. That's what it is. It's cute.
That's cute,
It's
but
cute.
you stay over there with
Yeah.
that. So, do you feel like you have the best of the best in your shop?
Yes.
Where did you get this connection? Because it's not often, or they would say it's not often that Black women get together and do a whole business together. You know what I mean? Or work on the one spot for so long without tension. You think you might have that, or
No, I personally recruited.
What's the connections?
I personally recruited all three of my girls that I have right now. The only one that I didn't know prior to me starting my business was my lash tech. But
who was that?
her name is Bridget.
Shout out.
Bridget, B.Minx Lashes. She was following me. She had asked me a question about something, and I got to looking at her page. And I was just talking to her, and I'm like, hey, how many people, you do a day or do a week? And she, threw out a number out there. It's pretty low, but she had, nice work. So I got to asking her how old she was, what's her, goals. And then I was like, hey, give me your number. And then I called her and we talked for about an hour, and I just kind of asked her personal questions to see, where she was with it. And we just kind of got the mix. And I was like, well, hey, look, this is what I plan on doing. Do you want to jump on board? And I wanted someone that didn't have, the ego, or, I wanted to help her build as well. I was like, if you commit to me, I'll invest in you. So I invested in her a class. It was a class that she was trying to take. It was like volumes or something or whatever. And the class is normally like, $1,500 and up, up to $1,000. And I was like, I'll invest in you if you commit to me. And work with me. And she was like, sure. So I invested in her. And then the nail tech was somebody, she was actually my employee that I hired at the cell phone company when I was
working.
What's her name? Her name is Life.
Shout out.
Life, I think her Instagram page is 10 up, 10 toes down or something like that.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly. I can look it up on my phone.
When they see it, they know you.
Yeah.
They shout you out.
Yep.
That's cool.
So Life, she had started when she was actually my employee. I had told her like, hey, you always, getting your nails done, and it's always, because I used to always get on her about how long they were, because she couldn't type with the customers, and I'd be trying to get them in and out. So I was like, you should look into schooling.
Right.
So when I started school, I was still her boss. And she was kind of just watching me. I'm not knowing that she's watching me and kind of following my lead. So she was like, you motivated me to go to school.
That's dope.
And then with my makeup artist, her name is Brittany.
Shout out. Shout out.
And she's a manager at the cell phone company too, but we kind of vibe because she did my makeup for my wedding, and we kind of been close ever since then. She always did my makeup, but she's very like low key, like, and she's bomb.
But she cold.
Like,
where's this cell phone place at?
All over the suburbs. All over the suburbs, but because we were in corporate, so I don't want to say the name.
Okay. No, we don't need that.
We were in corporate, so we were all over the city or whatever.
Right.
Like, so,
I get you.
We were in a corporate store, so and I kind of hollered at her like, I know you don't promote it this much, but I want you to join the team, and this is what I can offer you.
Right.
And I did the same thing with Life. So I kind of offered everybody something to show them that I'm going to push you. I'm going to make sure you make some money. I think the first week that Bridget was there, she sent me a text like, I ain't never made this much money.
Damn.
In a month, let alone a week.
Damn.
So she is now full-time. When she started, she had a corporate job. She is now full-time. She quit her job and at Beautiful Beauty Bar full-time.
That's what's up.
Yep.
That's what's up. That's a hell of a story.
Oh, and Life did the same thing. So we just waiting on
Just waiting on
Brittany.
her to come on over.
Yep.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Real quick, do you believe that a person can be emotionally poisoned?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a random question. I just want
Yes.
to ask because I feel like people are toxic. There's a lot of toxic ass people
Yeah, absolutely.
in the world.
Absolutely.
Do you get a lot of haters?
Do I? Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
How is? You know what? Let me take that back. How many people did you have to cut off through your journey, getting to this stage?
I had to look at my husband for that one. How many? A lot. I can't even give you a number, because some people don't even know that they're cut off. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to tell you. You know, I just remove myself from situations. But yeah, a lot.
Do they, as they see the progression and they see what the fuck going on, do they try to, hey girl, how you been? We should kick it. Is it the phone? Do you see like the phony shit?
Yeah,
still come around?
I see all the funny stuff. That and you know the rumors it be just everything. You know, it's everything. So I just success kill them. Success kill them, and it takes a lot because sometimes I be pissed and I'm human. So I be ready to, revert back to my old ways.
Busy. Throw them hands.
Yes.
Knuck if you buck.
And then my husband be like, "Nah, babe, we got this, we got that," and it just be like, "You right.
So let me ask you, in the household, who's the cooler one?
Who's
the hothead? Who's the cooler?
I'm the hothead. He's the cooler one.
Okay. With everything, with being a wife. And having, what type of mindset do you have to have with taking care of a husband, taking care of kids, business, and still finding time for yourself?
A strong one, because it's not easy. Sometimes, I beat myself up, and he don't even know it because I'm trying to pull myself every which way. I'm trying to make sure the house good. I'm trying to make sure the kids good. I'm trying to make sure he's good. I'm trying to make sure business good. I'm trying to make sure I'm good. Now I have 3 other people on board. I have to make sure they're good. So sometimes it's kind of hard, or he'll have like, not now, but it was a point here like, you ain't cooked, you ain't clean. And I'll be like, I'm tired. So
you could have ordered something though.
Yeah.
You could have ordered. I'm telling you, we niggas, we do that. The same thing that might happen in your household happens in mine. Cause I'm on my wife's ass. You know what I mean? But
we human. It takes 2 to kind of make it work. So just because I'm not maybe doing, or she's not doing as much manual labor as you're doing, doesn't mean we're not working or we're not tired. I take clients at 5, 6 in the morning too.
I know. I feel back, and I try to give a little help.
Yep.
Where I can. You know what I mean? Because I still got this going on, and she has her own business and everything going on, and that's jumping. So she's trying to find that balance. You know what I mean? So I get exactly where you're coming from.
And it takes a while, but if you all communicate, like we kind of communicate to say, hey, this is how many days I'm gonna cook, this is when I'm gonna do this is when you're gonna do this, and then it kind of balance it out so nobody is left feeling uneasy.
Gotcha.
Yep.
How long you been married?
Just made 2 years, July 7th.
Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Congratulations. Congratulations. What is one thing you would tell a young girl about being an entrepreneur? That wants to get into not working a 9 to 5.
Start now. first off. It's going to take hard work and research. That sleep will come later. Just focus, invest, cut out anything that's miscellaneous to properly prepare yourself. But another thing with entrepreneur, make sure that it's something that you want to do. Do not do it for the dollar. Like, of course, yes, you want to make money, but trust me, it would be better if it's something that you really want to do. I don't have a problem. It used to be a problem for me to get up at 6 a.m. to go to a job. It's not a problem for me to get up at 6 a.m. to go do what I love, because I'm going to my location. I'm going to do what I love, and I don't mind doing it.
That's a fact.
So
that's a fact.
The money's going to follow. I went from, at one point probably making $5,000 a month, if that, to $5,000 a week and more. So you just have to trust the process and push. Work hard.
You talking big boss numbers now. God damn. How can I get in? I can be the only male in there, you know what I'm saying? Can I be a janitor?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm with that.
Yep.
I'm with that. What is the greatest test that you experienced thus far?
The greatest test would probably be my reaction to things of you talking about how people try to trigger you. So I'm tested daily just because I'm growing. I'm still growing as a person. So I have to remember I can't do that. I can't say that. I can't, post certain things. Just now it's a different thing for me because I'm an entrepreneur. It's people following me. It's people that message me all the time. Like I look up to you. I motivate you. So when people test me and say something, and I'm ready to be like,
the rah-rah.
Okay. All right, let me bring it back down. So that's why I say my biggest test is because the process, it was hard, but I love a challenge. So it wasn't really a test for me. So it's more so the negative that would test me more than anything. But, I can overcome negativity. So shout out to the boys. Shout out to the boys.
How has the support system been on your end?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out to my husband.
Shout out to the boy. What's happening, Mike?
He's amazing. I remember when I came to him and told him, I'm like, babe, I want to do it. And he was just like, and he's a big part of us me making sure that I have a lot of things at the beauty bar. He was like, that's fine, but make sure you got different streams of income coming in. If you're gonna go out, go all out. You better do it, and you better do waxing, you better do facial, you better do it. You better have everything or whatever. So I was like, okay, and I dropped a skincare line. I dropped bath bombs, to people first.
Saw that.
And then from there it just grew bigger and bigger and bigger. So yeah, the support system was amazing, from him to my mom, and close friends. And it's funny because a lot of people always say, oh, it's the people that's not going to support you, it's going to be the strangers. But that was the complete opposite for me. Like my friends pay full price. They don't ask for discounts. They support. They're like regular clients now. So it was a different avenue for me.
How do you feel about the people who do come around and ask for the discount? Family, like, come on, man, take care.
It's be like,
what is that feeling? Because I know, and I didn't mean to cut you off. I know when I just dropped my t-shirts, right, for my promotion and things like that. And I told him, I gave him the price or whatever. Well, bro, we like family, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, I didn't respond. because I'm trying to do something here. So did that like make you look at them funny or make you?
Because it's the ones that if you bought something for them, ain't no discount. They need it all.
Yes, sir.
So don't do me like that just because this is new or whatever the case may be. Like, you still gonna pay me, or don't ask me if I'm gonna price match anybody or anything or whatever. But what the crazy thing is, some family and friends, I still give them a little, discount. It may not be, what you want it to be, but it's still something, respect it. Exactly. And at this point, and that was then, like, prices went up drastically now.
I heard that.
So
it got to. I got bills too.
I got bills too.
Nigga, I got bills. What you saying?
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, I be a little bothered by it, but at this point, everybody pretty much got the picture, so I don't deal with that. The only person that feel like they ain't paying for nothing is my mom and my husband.
Which he ain't got to. Shit, I'm here.
Whatever.
I got to deal with all his emotions, all this.
Yeah, he do, because everything that I talk about, because he's my best friend, so I talk to him about everything, all the ideas, everything. I'm
so glad that you said that. That's your best friend. What is your take on love? What is your definition of love? I'm glad that you said that.
Love. It's a feeling that's undescribable. It's not supposed to hurt. Or make you feel less than. It's supposed to be something that's just always a good feeling, to give you butterflies. I still get excited. Like, people think we're weird because we're with each other 24/7. Like, you know how when you first get together and you talk on the phone all the time?
That was me and my wife.
We still do that now. Like, he'll be at work, I'll be at work, and we'll be on AirPods or whatever, and we'll talk for 7 hours, all the way till we get home to each other. And then to still be in each other's face, like, it doesn't get old for us. So I've been with others. I've even been engaged before.
Yeah, we ain't worried about them.
But right, I was gonna say, I've never felt the love that I have for him and with him, and the love that I receive from him and feel protected. I've never, received that before. So I know that, this is my soulmate. I know that there's nobody that's going to compare to him, because we vibe on a different frequency.
How important is a black man in your thoughts?
He's at the top of the charts. He's the leader. He's the protector. He's everything. Without them, there's no us. Just like without us, there's no them. So they're up here. You see how this light hitting on you? That's exactly what we want to hear, because a lot of I see more just on social media. Niggas ain't shit. This. Men need to grow up. I see a lot of that, but also in the back of my mind, I feel like, damn, they might have been damaged. You know what I mean? They might have not caught the guy that they wanted, but the one that they needed or was supposed to come in their life, they jacked them and they threw them to the side. Yeah, a lot of women are damaged from previous, but I still don't feel like you should put everybody in the same category too. And it be the ones that's probably not your type that will still treat you like royalty. I wasn't checking for my husband at all. He was checking for you, though. He was definitely checking for you, though. And he was consistent. As he should be. He was consistent. Yes. So, and it worked out, because I was just like, boy, you and Janine's son, we like cousins. We known each other since we was 5 years old. But it was supposed to work out the way it's supposed to work out. Absolutely. And since I've known him since Dirksen.
Dirksen days. Caroline Sibley? No, Dirksen. Okay, so Dirksen days, and that's middle school. So, and since I've been knowing him, he's been a thorough guy. You know what I mean? He's been a real. So, you married the right one.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got a great guy.
Absolutely.
And even when I just hit him just to talk or what he posts or whatever like that, it ain't no. Well, I've seen this shit and I ain't gonna respond back to him. He respond, we interact, we talk. You know, even though we don't talk every day. You know what I mean? And he's still a solid guy. Solid guy.
Absolutely.
What are some of the things you got coming up?
So like I said, I moved during COVID. So I have a grand opening. I have my own space. So I'm, introducing everybody. I done spent the bag for the event planner.
Okay.
I'm giving away $1,000 worth of services. Over $1,000 worth of services, and products.
How can I put my bid in?
So you gotta come.
Okay,
you gotta come. You gotta come. So we're doing.
I'll be on vacation too.
Yep.
Me and the wife we're gonna step in.
It's a Sunday.
Yeah. Me and the wife we gonna step in. We're gonna step in and see what's happening.
So
I support that.
I appreciate it.
Indeed.
So it'll be a good time. Music, food, everything. From 3 to 7 for everybody to kind of mingle. For my team to introduce themselves. I'll have products on sale, which I'm making all this week. So I, close my books off.
Okay.
And then hopefully I will be able to drop my wax line that day as well.
No, I ain't even worried about my questions right now. With this waxing, okay. How it's gonna be ignorant? There's some ignorant shit. This is the podcast. I go everywhere. Okay. With this waxing, have you had a bad experience with waxing certain women, and you just had to turn it away? Like, not today, baby.
So, one thing I'd never make anyone feel uncomfortable, and I learned that from other estheticians in the field that have made their clients feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
I want every client that comes in my business, whether they're big, small, short, tall, to feel beautiful. So regardless of the fact, I'm going to never make you feel like you're less than, regardless of what you have going on. Okay. I'm going to keep a poker face. I'm going to smile. I'm going to talk to you through it all. So I've never turned anybody away. I never made anybody feel like, oh my God. So regardless of what they have going on down there, they wouldn't have known my thoughts or anything.
That's good customer service. So you ain't turning no money down.
Nope.
You said nope. That's what it is.
Nope.
Yeah, that's a black woman for you, boy. That's a black woman for you. I fuck with you. I fuck with you the long way.
Yep.
If you can change one thing in your life, what would it be?
I mean, at this point, everything is good, but I would bring my dad back. Yeah, everything is good, so I would say I bring my dad back, because I was his prized possession of all children. He, I'm just calling it what it is. It was baby girl. I was the youngest, so it was baby girl this, my baby girl do that, or whatever. So he didn't get a chance to see this. So that would definitely be something that I would change. My mom is here, so she's seeing everything.
She's seeing everything. She's reaping all the benefits.
That's
my baby.
Excited. That's my baby.
That's my baby.
That's my baby. That's my baby. So she's reaping the benefits of everything. So that would be the only thing is bringing my dad back.
Okay.
Yep.
I understand that.
Yep.
That was real. Now we're going to take it up a notch.
Okay.
We're going to get into the 10 name game.
Okay.
Okay? So the instructions is I'm going to fire off 10 things or 10 names, and you have to give me the thing that pop in your head, the first thought, in a one-word answer.
Okay.
Okay? So just for example, if I say studio, you say
podcast.
Boom.
Okay.
Just like that.
Okay.
Got it? All right, good. You ready?
Okay.
Don't get nervous. Shake it off. Shake it off. All right, cool. Bet. All right, here it go. NBA.
Kobe.
Beyonce.
Average. I'm not a Beyonce.
Not on my podcast, you won't. Not on this podcast, you will not. We're going to edit that out. We're going to edit that out.
Leo, put a Leo.
All right. Love.
The Fitz.
Mike FitzPatrick.
Husband.
Icon.
Moo and Lamont. Chuck
That's
Moo
not a one-word answer.
Oh, gang.
Donald Trump.
Oh my God.
This could go anywhere.
I don't want to say this is loud. I don't want to
say it. This is the podcast. This is what we do. I've been saying all the bullshit all day.
Assassination. I don't know.
Okay. I give you that. I give you that. I give you that. Chicago.
Everything.
You're going to have to listen to this one, okay?
Okay.
Not black men, but niggas.
Ugh. Because it's definitely a difference.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's why I had to be specific about it. Black Lives Matter.
Powerful.
It's the last one, so you got to be ready for it, all right?
Okay.
Paris.
Diva.
Hey, clap it up for it. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. You passed the game.
Good.
You passed the game. That was a good thing. That was a good thing. Now, before I let you go, I want to ask one more question.
Okay.
You guys have a big family.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it on, Instagram and things like that. And just the way y'all rock and all the matching shit, y'all still do that. I need to get on that. I'm on that. How do you direct your children and what type of morals do you give them? That's been passed down to you.
I try to give them the idea that they can do anything. Especially because our parents grew up in a generation where entrepreneurial wasn't a thing.
They don't get it.
So it was college and strictly college and go to college. So our thing is to tell them that college is not mandatory in our house. You either you do either have to do college or you have to do a trade. You have to find something, but find something that you want to do.
I'll fuck with it. Yep.
So that's the only thing, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't, agree with it, but we're not pushing college on our kids. We do plan on, at least the girls, because it's four girls total. So we plan on kind of introducing them to the beauty world to see, if this is something that they will want to do.
As you should.
And they have it hands on, so they don't have to outreach to anybody. They got it right in front of them.
If they wanted to step in your shoes, would you, of course you're going to guide them, but would you let them try to figure it out on their own? You give them something just to see how they operate, to see if it's for them, because we see certain things in our children. You know what I mean? Would you, or would you cuff them to say, look, no, step by step, or do you just let them learn?
You have to let them learn. You have to let them learn. You have to, what's the saying? I can lead you to water, but I can't make you drink it. So you have to give them room to really see, because if you kind of on them or kind of forcing them to do it, it's like they're gonna be like, this not it. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of the rope, and you choose to do what you want to do with it. Yep.
That's what it is. I appreciate you so much for coming.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
I really do. I hope you get millions.
Thank you.
And I hope you know me and don't act funny. Cause I will bring this back.
Nope.
And say, hey, you remember this day?
Nope. I just the other day, not to cut you off, the other day I just made a post, and it was just a reflection, because I've never been in this position financially, especially this quick, to be able to do, certain things. So because of that, I want to make sure that I tithe. And when I say tithe, I don't mean it's not just about church.
Gotcha.
So I make sure I give back in other ways, personally, for me, because I never want to feel ungrateful. So I ain't even at no million or, the big bucks or whatever, but I'm still making enough that I can make a difference in someone else's life that's in need. You get what I'm saying? So I will say, no matter how big I get, I know I'm going to make sure I'm putting my hand back down to help those,
exactly,
that's in need, because that wasn't an option for me. That's why I said I want to do the opposite of what people are doing or how people treated me.
Gotcha.
So
one more thing, I just want to get your input on all these police murders that's been happening around the world, and we see it. We've been in it, even when we've been knowing about it, but we actually seen it.
We've seen it.
How do you feel about that, and what do you personally feel like you can do to contribute to some of the solution?
It's first off, it's traumatizing. That's absolutely trauma, and it's scary because I have to worry about my son, my husband, my brother, my friends, to be, or even myself, to be in that type of position just because of the color of my skin. I want to be able to do more far as, speaking wise and, educating, others, but I want to do it, like on my terms. I don't want to do it just because everybody's, doing it. I want to speak out, because to me right now, a lot of people sound so uneducated about their research. It doesn't sound right to me. So I'm just like,
are we talking about niggas?
Yeah, and people in general. Yeah, people in general. Right. So I just want to do it on my terms. I'm hoping to come in contact with somebody of leadership that can, put me in a position to, do more or help out more and things like that. But it definitely starts at home too, making sure we're educating our children to possibly be prepared to be in this type of situation.
Yes.
So it's hurtful to just see everything that's happening. Like, this is a straight book of Revelation right now, and so we are living in it. So I'm telling everybody to make sure that they are asking God for forgiveness, talking to him every day, and just making sure when that day comes, when that rapture comes, that you're ready for those gates.
Exactly. Tell everybody where they can find you. Give them all your handles and everything like that.
So my Instagram page is be.you.tiful_bb. My personal page is Lady P, LADIIP_. So all the business stuff you will find on the business page. My personal page, you would get me, my husband, my children, my life. No filter, just us.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yep.
Because it's real and it's genuine.
Yep.
Y'all already know where y'all can find me on IG, official_Young Gotti, YUNG Gotti, on Facebook, Irvin Woods Jr., also my YouTube page, Gotti's World Media, and I got my merch dropping. I got the Young God t-shirts. They sold out right now, so when the next batch come, y'all better get into the way.
I definitely.
What about your merch? You got any merch?
Oh yeah, so I have bath bombs, body butters, scrubs, candles. Everything is organic and vegan friendly. So I will have those actually at the opening too. but they will go back on site by the middle of August.
Okay.
So they'll be online for them to purchase, or they can come in and purchase them too.
You got the good shea butter?
Good shea butter.
Shea butter,
Good
baby.
Good shea butter. You'll probably be in love with the oatmeal one. The oatmeal is everybody. That's my highest demand right now, is the oatmeal.
Oh shit. All right then. Well, look, like I said, I appreciate you for coming. Thank you for just opening your schedule for me.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate it. I hope you had a good time.
I did.
Hope we talked about some good stuff. They're gonna see this, they're gonna love you. So if you get a couple more followers, just know where it came.
Okay. I told you I ain't gonna forget that.
This is the Gotti's World Podcast. I am your host, Gotti. We out of here.
Newness, here's the anthem. Put your hand up that you shoot with, count your loot with. Push the pool stick in your new crib, same hand that you